NBA Finals just concluded game one yesterday. We did miss a little bit of the conference finals, so we'll get into that a little bit. So, as for the Knicks, they recently fired their coach Tibbs. How do you guys feel about that?
Mm, if you-
It's the right move and the wrong move at the same time. You can't
Mm,
have a coach. So here's the thing. I don't know if y'all know that one meme where it's like the Russell Westbrook cycle, where it's like you start off bad, he start heating up,
yeah.
this is the best player you ever seen. You get to the playoffs and you wonder what the heck just happened. Tibbs got a
Yeah.
cycle going on too. He come to a bad team. He made diamonds out of garbage. Not garbage, respectfully, but diamonds out of garbage. Turn the team around. Everyone start puffing their
Mm,
chest out. Everyone feeling good. Now they're used to the playoffs, they're used to the success. And it's like, all right, let's get over the hump. And you never get there. And then
mm,
you fizzle out and then he gets fired. He's been in what? Knicks happened, same thing
yeah.
there. Before that
Uh,
was Toronto happened there. He was in Chicago, it happened there. I
yeah, the
not Toronto,
Bulls.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Every team he's been on since he's been the head coach, that's just kind of been the way. His offenses don't really do nothing. Respectfully, defense is always going to be there,
Yeah.
but the offenses don't do
Yeah.
nothing. That's my
Don't make
guy for
adjustments.
sure.
Yeah.
Culture changer,
Don't make
culture setter. He
adjustments.
like he like White Doc Rivers.
So
Facts.
Doc Rivers a culture changer.
Yeah. Look at the Clippers before Doc Rivers got there. There was Unchi. He gets there, turn the team. Now he can't win, but he changed the culture. We go from a losing culture to a good culture. We just not a chip culture, and that's okay.
So,
Everyone's not built for
but
that.
the white, I don't know about
So
that
I
with
wasn't
Doc
just
Rivers.
ready for the take. I was ready to speak, and I heard White Dog Rivers, and I had to
I,
pause.
I would
I
have to
love the
I
take
mean,
though.
nah. I mean,
I
Doc
love
Rivers
the
at least
take.
got a chip on his belt, though.
Hey, and you know who was his defensive coordinator? Tom Thibodeau.
I
And
like
you
it.
know
Yeah,
what's funny about that too? The Knicks aren't gonna get past the hump. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think. I think Tibbs was actually that's the problem with this. Like Tibbs, I think is still the guy, but because he made no adjustments, like all playoffs, I can see why the front office is like kind of like, bro, enough is enough. Because we didn't bring you here to just run our guys to the ground. Like we brought you here to get us over the edge, and it's just hard, bro. I just think it's hard to win a title, and it's not for me. I didn't like the move, but I wasn't surprised. That's the problem. I wasn't surprised because it's like he made
yeah.
no adjustments the entire ECA. He made really no offensive adjustments. That even someone like me, that's a casual, that I could see, it all looked like he was just calling the same offensive plays, letting them boys freelance, letting them boys do what they do,
Let
and
JB hold the ball, hold
you know what
position.
I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Whoever offense through, Brunson, but I just don't know like where the Knicks. Where do y'all go from here? Like, like what is the answer for like the head
Mike
coaching
Malone on the
position?
market.
But it's like, does Mike Malone get us over the hump that Tibbs couldn't? I don't know. I don't
I
know. I don't
I
know.
literally seen a
He
take
got a
that was
chip on him.
like that said he has just like an old way of coaching, and they might want to bring aboard like a younger staff, like somebody that can kind of bring like fresh ideas and things like that. I thought that was interesting. I didn't think he deserved to be fired though, but especially
I
with
mean,
a
but
team
like,
that good.
look at Rick Carlisle. He's still kind of an old style coach, and he in the finals right now. So I
Rick
don't think
Carlisle
it's
different,
like,
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rick is like royalty, low key. Yeah, you can't even.
He like
man,
yeah.
I don't know where the
Thibs could
NBA
be
Hall of
that
Fame
though.
is.
Like he had the potential to be that.
He
Like the way he
like
turned those teams.
borderline.
You
He's
said
He's
he
not a
borderline.
he's
borderline.
not he's not a
He
bad coach. It's
nah.
just man, winning a title. If this year showed me anything, winning a title or at least getting into the position to win yourself a title in the NBA is very, very difficult. Like it's a lot more of a team effort than people give it credit for. And I think that's why Indiana is where they're at now. You can see the entire organization is bought in. And I just don't know if the Knicks really have that kind of program, man. I don't, that's not like Knicks culture. I just, like they're not known for like winning in the modern day. So I don't know what a coach is going to bring to this team. Because if anything, if this team was good enough, Tibbs would have got him. That's, that's just how I see it. That's just how, if this team was good enough, Tibbs would have got him there, bro. So if Tibbs
True.
can't
I
do it, and I
mean,
think Tibbs is a great coach, I don't know who can, bro. But
I'll
it
also
sucks
add
because I
on
understand
this.
why the Knicks made that decision because we didn't have enough uh, variety on offense at all. It was literally the same offense every single night, and I can see the frustration for sure. But I don't know
Yeah,
what this organization is going to do now.
yeah. I was also gonna say that even when that trade first happened for like Mikal and Cat, even like before the season started, nobody even had the Knicks to even go this far. So I feel like just like being at the position to where y'all was at the ECF, I can see why like the
Facts.
firing happened, but it's also like you're being a little bit bold because it's like y'all wasn't
But
even
this is the
projected to
same
be here.
year where we saw head coaches get fired before the season ended. So I think NBA owners are not NBA owners and GMs are starting to look at guys like, hey man, we got you here for a reason. If you can't produce, you gotta go, bro. Because I think once the Knicks started having finals aspirations towards past All Star weekend, and they started thinking like, okay, we're actually a good enough team to contend for a chip. I think front office was also like, yeah, we're finals ready, but if we know anything about basketball, it doesn't matter how finals ready, how top to bottom the roster is can y'all play? Is y'all gonna be ready to play? And can y'all stay healthy? So the Knicks, it's been a really good year for the Knicks. Like it's not like it's anything
Yeah,
like they should not be like happy for. Like this is a really good year for the Knicks, but I just don't know where you move after this. Like, do you go ahead and say screw it, let's go get KD, a new head coach, let's just
that's what
go.
I was gonna say.
You
Like,
know,
do you
New
think
York, New
there's any
York. Like, do we
like
do that? Do we
roster
continue to build
changes?
around Cat? Like, what? I don't know. It's a very this offseason for New York is going to be extremely pivotal for their next 2 to 3 years for sure. Because firing a head coach like this is one of those moves where it's like it's either going to backfire or it's going to be something that you can look back and be like, this was the catalyst for us to go get a ring. So,
I mean, bro,
Mm,
hey, before you rock out, before you switch to roster changes, because they was talking about the culture, bro. They was talking about James Dolan holding the team back. Owner holding the team back is nothing new, bro. We seen the Bengals do it. We seen Phoenix do it right now. It's happening. Where like this is a side tangent. If I had a son, he's not going to be allowed to pick a favorite team until he's like 8, and he's going to have to study each owner. And you study the owner, tell me this is a good owner or bad owner. You only choose a team of good owner. You want to be a team of a bad owner? Go ahead, have fun. You want to be a Falcons fan? Have at it, bro. I won't stop you. But
so you.
you got to be able to look at that, and I want you to look me in my eye, tell me he's made good decisions as an owner, and say I want to be a fan of this franchise. Because, bro, you saying culture?
Willingly
What
being a Falcons fan is
like
comedy.
how? Because even then, that's why I'm like, when I was saying earlier, he's like, Tibbs is like a good B plus, A minus. He's like a good B plus coach. He's not A. When they brought him
yeah,
in, they still had Emmanuel Quickly, R.J. Barrett. They still
Yeah,
had old
facts.
Mitchell Robert or young Mitchell Robinson. Who else? That was before iHeart was like iHeart, OKC guy right now. That's when he was still, hopping teams, chip to chip.
yeah.
Where it was you hire Tibbs when I just need a coach in the room that can just settle all this noise down. Like who'd be a great Tibbs coach right now? Washington. Wizards cold call Tibbs right now?
Mm,
Maybe like 2 years.
Mm,
2 years from now, we're gonna see Alex Sarr, All Star.
that's
Bub
tough. Yeah.
Carrington, close All Star, but it still look nice. Jordan Poole might be an All Star that year. It's gonna be a level of maturity in the room. It's gonna be fly, but it
yeah,
just get unchy. But because then Vic was talking about coaching, like who you hire next. Someone pointed this out. I thought it was killer. They said, "Hey, the Nuggets fired Mike Malone. You ain't see no one pout. You ain't see Jokic like, oh, bro, they fired my guy. Everyone's kind of just like, all right,
yeah,
check ball. You're not tripping. Went to the second round, went game 7 with potential
With
champions
an assistant coach. Yeah,
with an
facts.
assistant coach where it's
yeah.
like
Shoot. And if
that
Aaron
might be
Gordon
the
don't
lay of
get
the
hurt,
land.
man, I don't know. Yeah, it look grease. It look grease.
Just go
Grease if
young,
Aaron
go with
Gordon
a
don't
new
get hurt, man.
coach.
I don't know. It look grease.
I'm telling you, like it's like NFL's a copycat league, but I think all leagues copycat. Where you looking, I'm sure like 1/3 of the league got coaches under the age of 40. They
Mm.
just hired Suns coach. He was assistant coach for the was it the Cavs, I think. He's like
Yeah,
Oh, I know what you're
30,
talking about. Yeah,
36.
yeah,
Jordan
yeah,
Ott,
yeah.
he's
I know
like
who you're talking about. Yeah,
36.
yeah, yeah.
Joe Mazzulla like 34. Ime, he may a little bit older, but he's still like 40, like
Yeah, he
early
like 40 or
40s.
yeah, 40 or
You know,
41, something like
you
that.
know, it might be your early coach wave. That might be, because same thing happened in NFL too. That might be the wave that's going on right now. Get you a young coach, develop offensive
And he can
guru,
build with
get
the
you some good
guys.
offensive, defensive
Hmm.
coordinators. You'll be straight. But
And I
In the
feel
last
like
6 years too, my
in
bad. In the last
in
6 years too, we've seen a different NBA champion. Does anyone know the average age of the coach for like all of the last 6 years of NBA champions?
I
Because that would be
mean,
a good. I would like to know. We might have to get that in for
off the dome,
something in the
bro. I
future.
mean, Missoula's like
uh,
34. Before that was Denver. Malone a little bit age,
Malone,
so he get a
Age like
pass.
60.
Before
Steve
that was
Kerr,
you got Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr a little bit old. He like 50s, I think. You got
So okay,
the Bucks.
Budenholzer,
Yeah,
but that's
okay.
different
So
because
it's
those
like
teams' rosters
yeah,
are
2015
different
then.
too.
Yeah.
Like when you
Okay.
have a
I
Giannis,
completely
Steph, or
agree.
Jokic, that coach age don't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I feel like the new era of young coaches really just starting. Like, if we
Yeah. Okay.
going
It's
from
something that's
like
just yeah.
last year,
Okay.
like
Yeah, they're
yeah,
typically
Joe's
older.
34. Now we got OKC's coach is pretty young too. So I feel like that wave is just starting to come in.
It's just now. Okay. It's just
But
now
yeah,
kicking off. Okay.
I
For
got the
sure.
list right now in front of me. So last year was Joe, of course, 35. But then the Nuggets had his coach, and it was 52. Golden State, Steve Kerr, 56. Milwaukee Bucks, 51. They're still pretty old. Los
So they're
Angeles
still old.
yeah,
Lakers, 47.
Okay,
Toronto
so
yeah.
Raptors,
the youth
51.
movement with coach just started. So that
Hmm
kind of fits if that's where they want to go and go a little younger and just have I can see that. That actually makes a lot more sense. If the last two rings are evident, I think yeah, that's interesting. Okay. I just
I
want
mean,
okay, that's interesting.
but they're saying
But
right
we
now,
still,
my fault. They're saying right now they're interested in J Kidd. They're gonna pry him away from Dallas. They're interested
Mm,
in Luke Walton and they're interested in Mike
I
Brown.
seen that.
Where I'm like, this is just told you, bro. You have a bad
You go
owner. You gonna go in circles,
in
bro.
that circle.
you're gonna have a
Oh
bad
no.
cycle. I get you. I get you. I get you.